ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here on Duke's Championship Wrestling. And as always, if you like what you see here tonight, please leave a comment in the description here on YouTube or on PlayStation 4. And also hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification so that way you're notified of all live events. We also want to thank WWE 2K16 for providing the ability to bring you Duke's Championship Wrestling, this all custom created show. And now, let's begin. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Duke's Championship Wrestling. This is the go-home show before our pay-per-view Battleground, and we're kicking things off with women's one-on-one singles action. And of course, every number one contender is in competition tonight. And our number one contender for the women's title here is Cynthia Young. And she won it at the last pay-per-view in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, in which she was victorious in retrieving the briefcase. So not only does she earn a number one contendership spot, but she also has her Money in the Bank that she can cash in. So she's got two opportunities technically. And for Cynthia Young, this is something that she has been wanting for a very long time. And Denise Sparks, who we haven't seen in action in quite some time, is back. Now, she was out with an ankle injury, which had sidelined her for a little bit, but now she is back in the ring, taking on the number one contender for the Women's Championship. But this could be a good opportunity for her to earn herself a spot in a match that could get her that number one opportunity as well. And folks, the bell has sounded, and here we go. Cynthia Young, Denise Sparks, kicking things off here tonight on Duke's Championship Wrestling. Denise Sparks puts her in an arm hold and gets it broken up by Cynthia Young. Here's the lockup again. And Cynthia Young has really been trying to challenge herself. She's been training extra hard and wanting to get herself in tip-top shape for this championship match that she's going to be in at Battleground against the new champion, Victoria Natoli. Oh, and there's a shot right to the face. And Cynthia Young really not holding anything back here. Denise Sparks off the ropes and a beautiful bicycle kick, taking her down. Now she's working on that injured ankle. That's good strategy by Cynthia Young. And a beautiful chick kick, taking out Denise Sparks. Denise was able to get up. And Cynthia Young again, there's a chop and a couple of punches, got her in the corner. Ooh, and a shot to the midsection. What she got planned here? Beautiful reverse chin neck breaker there. chin breaker, and a leg drop. Cynthia Young looking really good in this match right now. Beautiful takedown. And another leg drop. Now Denise Sparks, even after injury, is holding her own here in this match, or at least attempting to, but hasn't really hit the full cylinder button like she wants to here. Putting herself in trouble against Cynthia Young, and there's a takedown. Beautiful belly-to-belly takedown by Cynthia Young. Hook of the leg. There's one. There's two. And a kick out of two. And Denise Sparks is still in this match. Cynthia Young really putting it on her here. Oh, and a break to the eyes. And another chip kick. Taking her out. Hook of the leg. There's one. There's two. And there's three. Quick victory for Cynthia Young. As she comes into this looking very, very strong in this matchup. And she's got to be feeling pretty good now as she gets ready for her match at Battleground against Victoria Natoli for the DCW Women's Championship. Well, folks, things are still just heating up and getting started as we have our next match coming up right here for you. Folks, don't go away. We'll be right back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now set for our second matchup for the night. Lex Reeves coming into this matchup. He's going to be taking on Victor Graves. Now, Lex Reeves was also at Money in the Bank. He was unsuccessful in winning. However, he did put on one heck of a performance. And he's really got some eyes looking at him now. So this is be a wonderful opportunity for him to try and get himself in that #1 contendership. But in order to do that, he's got to prove himself here tonight against the Reaper of Darkness. This should be a very, very interesting matchup. He sends chills down the spines of all of his enemies. He is the Reaper of Darkness. He loves pain. This is Victor Graves. And Victor Graves is one of those very scary individuals who's all about proving a point that he fears no one. And that mask is about as scary as it gets. So here we go. Lex Reeves taking on Victor Graves. This matchup starts right now. The bell has sounded and here we go. And Lex Reeves taking him out already in this matchup. Beautiful suplex there. There's a shot to the back. Lex Reeves wants to look good in this matchup. Beautiful swinging takedown there by Lex Reeves. And you can see Victor Graves is just laughing about it. Lex Reeves at this point trying to figure out what to do, and a beautiful double axe handle straight to the forehead, knocking Lex Reeves down. A couple of haymakers to the face. There's a couple more by Victor Graves, working Lex Reeves in the corner. Lex Reeves reverses it and then puts the boot to his throat, choking him out. Referee's got to get in there. And there's the real nastiness of Lex Reeves in this matchup. Trying to make his presence felt. He really wants to make a statement. Cover, hook of the leg. There's one, and a kick out at one. And Victor Graves really just enjoys his pain. And ooh, the double fist to the temples. That's going to mess with your brain in ways you can't imagine. And a knockdown by Lex Reeves. Cover, hook of the leg. There's one, there's two, and a kick out at two. Lex Reeves with a beautiful haymaker, lariat, knocking Victor Graves down. Victor Graves turns it around and hits him with a beautiful lariat of his own. Ooh, and a big headbutt by Victor Graves. Folks, if you're just joining us here on Duke's Championship Wrestling, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the channel. And there's a package pile driver by Lex Reeves. That could be it. There's one, there's two, and it's over. Lex Reeves looking great in this matchup. A very, very short matchup by these two men. And Victor Graves, Lex Reeves showing that power and strength. But anyway, if you like what you see, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We still have more action to come. Tag team action is coming your way also. So folks, don't go away. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, Yusuf, the Russian general, aka the Russian bear, is here to make a statement. As Yusuf gets ready to take on the #1 contender for the heavyweight championship. And Yusuf is going to make a statement tonight, and he's also felt that he should have been the #1 contender after their Money in the Bank ladder match, which he also was in, but did not win. I can see him exacting a little revenge. Yusuf is looking like he's very ready for this matchup. Pacing back and forth. He is definitely focused and ready. And here is the #1 contender for the heavyweight championship, Mason Jones, former UFC world champion, multiple wrestling titles, multiple MMA fights, over 195 fights. He is one tough individual. Yusuf not scared at all, not even leaving the ring. And Mason Jones, him and Yusuf, this is going to be one tough battle. I mean, we could be looking at some serious strong style here in this matchup. And the bell sounds, and here we go. Yusuf and Mason. Mason getting the upper hand. Beautiful reversal by Yusuf. Gets him in that beautiful headlock. Yusuf off the ropes. There's a drop down. There's the leapfrog. Beautiful takedown by Mason Jones. Really showing his athleticism and showing why he's the #1 contender, and a beautiful double stomp and right on Yusuf. Oh, and a kick right to the side of that arm. Mason Jones with a neck breaker. Oh, and there's a big shot right there by Yusuf. Tries to go for the double axe handle. It's countered by Mason. And there it is, that beautiful arm breaker that he has. He's looking for his patented submission. He wants to take it. Oh, and there's a chin breaker. There's a shot by Yusuf. Oh, beautiful haymakers. Right to the middle rope. Oh, and a beautiful slide across on Mason Jones. Yusuf looking very strong now in this matchup against the #1 contender. When there's a shot to the back there. That lower back. Picks him up, showing off that strength, and a beautiful, beautiful scoop slam. And a knee drop. Mason Jones, there's a back elbow by Mason Jones. Trying to counter, but Yusuf a little bit stronger. Oh, look at this. Now mocking Mason Jones by showing off his strength with that beautiful stalling suplex. And an elbow. Mason Jones in this match is in serious trouble. He's got to build some offense somehow. There's a chop and a couple punches. There's that kick. Mason Jones starting to show off that MMA, and there's a chokehold. Gets him in that beautiful chokehold. Almost like a coquina clutch. Yusuf now is the one in trouble. Mason Jones, that was the only opportunity he needed. Hook of the leg. There's one. There's two, and a kick out at two. A very kick out at an early 2 count. And there's a kick right to the back. And Yusuf taking that kick like a trooper. Gets him up. Beautiful, beautiful spine buster. Hook of the leg. There's one. There's two. And a kick out by Mason. Great matchup between Yusuf Machka and Mason Jones. Machka gets him up. Mason Jones, is he trying to counter? Oh, and a beautiful, beautiful backbreakers type maneuver. Yusuf might be looking at ending this quickly. Looking for his finisher. This is it. Is he gonna get him? Gets him up for Chernobyl. Hook of the leg. There's one. There's two. And oh, and a kick out at 2. Mason Jones kicking out. That MMA fighting spirit that he has is keeping him alive in this matchup, and he's thrown into the corner. There's a shot right to the back. What's he got planned here? Yusuf Machka. Oh, and there's a shot right to the face. Oh, and a beautiful gut buster by Mason Jones. Now he's looking for his. He could be setting him up. Chernobyl didn't work. But now Mason Jones gets him. Oh, and a beautiful crossroads type maneuver. Hook of the leg. There's one. There's two. And folks, it's over. Number 1 contender showing his brute strength here. Kicking out of Chernobyl, which is Yusuf Machka's finishing maneuver, but it wasn't quite enough. And Mason Jones was still able to kick out. And a number 1 contender looking strong here as he prepares himself. He's got some good momentum going as he gets ready for his match at Battleground against the champion, Gabriel Goldman. Well, folks, our main event is coming up next. It's a tag team match. This is the number 1 contenders taking on, once again, the Trailblazers, which are temporarily back together, and hopefully things will happen. But folks, that match is coming up next, our main event, tag team action, right here on Duke's Championship Wrestling. Don't go away. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying what you're seeing here tonight, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. And don't forget to leave a comment. Hit that notification button so that way you're notified of all Duke's Championship Wrestling live events. Also, if you're on PlayStation 4, thank you also for joining us, and you can leave a comment on here as well. Folks, welcome back to our main event match here on Duke's Championship Wrestling. This is the go-home show before our pay-per-view Battleground. And here they are once again, tag teaming. Hopefully they can put their differences aside. This is the Trailblazers. AJ Tucker and Gavin Knight. Well, both these men were in singles action for the last few weeks. Both of them coming up with losses. So they may have realized that in order to win, they need to work together. But they're already going to be facing the #1 contenders. So this is a good opportunity for them to possibly at the pay-per-view get into that tag team title #1 contendership situation. But like all matchups, they gotta show their heart and their soul and their determination to get themselves in. Gavin Knight is the one in the jacket. The self-proclaimed best rock star in the world. And of course, AJ Tucker, a once famous bull rider. And now they're taking on the #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship. This is Power and Glory. Douglas Jackson. And of course, his partner, Marcus Grice. Well, Marcus coming from the island of Hawaii in the Honolulu section of Hawaii. Trying to show his native land proud. And Douglas Jackson, who is a self-proclaimed advocate on behalf of all Black Americans. Both of these men wanting to prove something, and now they have that opportunity in this matchup. And they could go into Battleground strong. And here we go, our main event. Tag team action right here. Power and Glory taking on the Trailblazers. So here we go. And Gavin Knight already taking down Douglas Jackson here in this matchup. Oh, and a beautiful double leg drop on Douglas Jackson. There's a boot to the midsection. There's the go behind and a takedown. Beautiful flipping leg drop, a rolling leg drop by Gavin Knight, always the charismatic one. There's a shot to the back. Douglas Jackson in trouble here. Oh, and a beautiful kick. Faking out Douglas Jackson, just trying to put a little more fuel on the fire. And Gavin Knight looking really good. Douglas Jackson, I think he's had enough. Beautiful fisherman suplex by Douglas Jackson. Now he's picking up a little momentum. And there's a belly-to-belly takedown by Gavin Knight. And Douglas Jackson again is now back in trouble. Gavin Knight, he's going for it here. And a neck breaker. Beautiful flipping neck breaker, hook of the leg. There's one, there's two, and a kick out at 2. Well, folks, Duke's Championship Wrestling is always trying to give you the best action it possibly can with all of its custom superstars. And they're always proving themselves each and every night as they are performed in front of a live crowd. And a beautiful zigzag maneuver. There it is, hook of the leg. There's one, there's two, and a kick out at 2. Gavin Knight really looking good here. Going high risk in a maneuver. Oh, and his top by Douglas Jackson, knocking Gavin Knight off of the ropes and to the outside. And now there's a tag to Marcus Grice, who's been tagged in. I don't think Gavin Knight knew that. And a beautiful maneuver there, belly-to-belly overhead by Marcus Grice. Ooh, and there's a shot to the back there. And a boot to the lower back. Now Gavin Knight's in trouble. He's got to make a tag here. There's a scoop slam by Marcus Grice. And a fist drop. Marcus Grice representing the power portion of Power and Glory. Oh, and there's a beautiful uppercut. Pulls him out to the center of the ring. Great ring awareness. Hook of the leg. There's one. There's two. And a kick out at two. And Gavin Knight is in all kinds of serious trouble here. He's got to go make a tag. And there's that neck wrench by Marcus Grice. Really putting it on Gavin Knight there. Who could be looking to finish him off? Gavin Knight in trouble here. Marcus Grice gets him up. Honolulu backbreaker. That's probably going to do it here. Rolls him over. Cover. Hook of the leg. There's one. There's two. And it's broken up by AJ Tucker. Gavin Knight trying to fire back up. Oh, and thrown into the corner by Marcus Grice. Picks him up. What's he got planned here? Marcus Grice going high risk. Gets him up. Uh-oh. Beautiful stalling fall away slam. A fall away. He's going up top. The great. Oh, and a beautiful senton. There's the tag. And Douglas Jackson could be looking to end this thing. Gavin Knight needs to make a tag. Oh, and there's a boot right to that midsection. Cover. Hook of the leg. There's one. There's two. And it's broken up again by AJ Tucker. Ooh, and there's that fist onto the temple. That knuckle sandwich onto Gavin Knight. Marcus Grice taken out on the outside. And then there's a leg drop. Oh, and Marcus Grice tried to go after AJ Tucker, and AJ Tucker made him pay for it. Both of those men are fighting on the outside. There's a forearm shot. Comes off. Bulldog. And there it is again, going for that knuckle sandwich onto the temples of Gavin Knight. Gavin Knight is in serious trouble here. Douglas Jackson really making him pay for it. But there it is. Big man slam. Hook of the leg. There's one. There's two. And it's over. AJ Tucker didn't even get into the match. Marcus Grice and Douglas Jackson looking good. Coming in with some serious momentum. The tag team champions may be in trouble if they don't show something out of these men. Great main event match. And AJ Tucker and Gavin Knight are on the top. Over on they're fighting, and I don't think they like that, but it doesn't matter now because we have our winners here tonight. Well, folks, Battleground is coming up in the near future for you all. This was a great go-home show tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Don't forget, if you're on YouTube, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And hit that notification button so you're notified of all live events. And if you're in the search engine and you want to find us, look for us at Duke's Championship Wrestling. And you'll find all of our shows right there in one place. Also, Battleground will be, all of the championships will be on the line. And folks, thanks again for joining us. And special thanks again to WWE 2K16 for providing the ability to bring you Duke's Championship Wrestling, our all custom created character show. And as always, folks, we will see you next time at our pay-per-view of Battleground. Folks, have a great night.